And because of what? Because we work hard. Because we pay the price every day. Because we know that's the right thing to say. And we also know that's the right thing to do. Now let's go out and do it.
Out of shotgun, Patrick Nix. Alabama bringing everybody. Nix is going to float one for Sanders. Sanders. Oh, he caught it! And he dived in! Touchdown, Auburn! Touchdown, Auburn! Oh, my goodness! And the Auburn Tigers have put away the Crimson Tide by the score of 22-14. 11-0! 11-0! 11-0!
So you'll right, be or right, to the right.
The cardiac kid's at it again. Over the middle, he got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Frank Sanders grabs another one. Holy cow, they never quit.
Man, there are so many heroes. So many heroes. When you're out there and every single one of you believes you got to do the thing that wins the game, and every say, if the world didn't believe it, you're number one today. I don't care what they say.
Ball at the left hash mark. There's the snap. The spot. Kick is away. Long enough. High enough. Kick. Good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! Ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn Tigers are going to the SEC Championship game. Hail to the champions of the SEC Western Division. The Auburn Tigers, 18. The Alabama Crimson Tide, 17.
Rich, have you seen Terry? You know where he is?
Terry Bowden in New York City. You've got no lifelines left. You ready to go? Oh my gosh, just a minute, JP. Excuse me. Yes, sir, can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Regis. I thought this was the ABC football studio.
Yeah, it was at one time, but they moved it down to Times Square.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, good luck, buddy. Appreciate it. And remember this. Go Irish!
All right.
Okay?
Taxi. Hey, buddy, can you take me to Times Square Stadium?
Hey, I know you. You're Terry
Yeah,
Bowden.
man, how you doing? Yeah, I gotta get to Times Square Stadium.
Oh, look up here, man.
What?
I'm off duty.
Hey, Donald Trump, how you doing, man? Hey, listen, I've got to get to Times Square Stadium. Any chance I could have a lift?
Not really, but the subway's right around the corner, and I think you'll like it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, you're the greatest. Street Station, ABCD 19. Hey, kid, can you tell me how to get to Times Square Stadium?
I'll give you $20 and I'll tell you.
Deal.
All right. That door right down there.
Are you sure that's Times Square Stadium? Hey, kid. Whoa. There it is. I'm here.
Thanks for joining us, man. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it.
And now, the 1993 National Coach of the Year and current studio analyst for ABC Sports, Terry Bowden.
The preacher was talking about faith. An old Southern preacher storming back and forth, sweat coming off his face, kind of stomping his Bible on the pulpit, you know, and giving this big fire and brimstone sermon on faith. And you could look at him, you could see he's going to try to make an example out of somebody. And there my dad sits on the end of that front row, and sure enough, he points at my dad and says, "Sir, do you have faith?" And my dad, "Well, yeah, I got faith." He said, "Well, if you've got so much faith, if I took a balance beam and set it down here in front of the pulpit, would you walk across that balance beam for $100? And my dad said, "Well, yes, sir, I do that. I got that kind of faith, I'd do it." He said, "But, sir, if I took that balance beam and put it across 2 high buildings, would you then walk across that same balance beam for $100? The old man said, I ain't got that kind of faith. No way. He said, "But, sir, if I took your child and I hung your child over that other building, then would you walk across that balance beam to get your child?" And I'll never forget my father looked down at all us kids, looked back and said, "Which one?" coaching and running a business or running a dealership, we're really doing the same thing. It's all about building a winner, isn't it? We've got to win. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in coaching to win, but there's a lot of pressure in every business. If you don't do your job and you don't do your job well enough, somebody's going to knock you out. Somebody's going to take your business. You've got obligation. So we're in the same thing. We're in the business of building a winner, of getting our guys to play better than their guys. What's the most important part of an organization? You know what it is? Loyalty. You know that, don't you? It's loyalty. You think it's something. It is loyalty. Loyalty to the person you work for. Loyalty to the people that work for you. Loyalty to where you get that paycheck. Caring and trusting. I remember when I got my first job at Florida State, just out of law school. I went to law school there, and I was going to be a graduate assistant while I was in law school. Sitting in my first meeting thinking I'm so smart, man. He's going to probably have me put in new offense, new defense. I go, Dad, what do you want me to do? I mean, you want me to invent a new offense? You want me to go study and get you a new defense? What? What's my job? You know what he told me? He says, Terry, your job's to please the head coach. That's all. You got one job, please the head coach. I'm the boss. We've got one agenda. That's my agenda. And if I want you to put a new offense, you put a new offense. If I want you to implement mine, you'll implement mine. That's loyalty from the bottom to the top. Two most important things you can do to make your company as successful and as profitable and as productive as it can be are, first, have a strong belief in yourself. Have a great belief in yourself as the leader of your organization. And then two, get those around you to believe in themselves. The key is going to be highly motivated people with a great attitude. About 20 years ago, we were sitting around the Thanksgiving table at our house. My mom and dad I got 6 children, 6 spouses. We were all sitting around Thanksgiving table. We're very close. We have a good time, great sense of humor. We were cutting up, having a good time. All of us joking, laughing. But as we looked up to the head of the table, my father was not enjoying it. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't having a good time. He didn't tell any jokes. He didn't laugh at any jokes. And we couldn't figure it out. And finally he said, children, this is Thanksgiving. I should be thankful, but I'm not. He says, and all my children are happy, and I should be happy, but I'm not. And he said, I'm not thankful and I'm not happy because I don't have any grandsons. He said, I'm so distraught that I've created a trust, and I put $10,000 in that trust, and I'm going to put that trust in the name of the first one of my children that give me a grandson. And so he said, let's bow for a word of prayer. And when he looked up, we were all gone. Now that's motivation. When I was at Auburn, I had a secretary that was our secretary for the offensive coaches, Joyce Boyles. And she was in charge, only one thing for me as the head coach. She was in charge of typing up, putting together my game plan. I would have a game plan for our call plays. And on Tuesday, we'd have version 1. And then we'd have a revision on Wednesday, and she'd make the typing changes. And a revision on Thursday. And by Friday, I'd have the final copy of the game plan that I would have in my back pocket on the sideline when I call plays. And that game plan, she was so conscientious. She felt that her job was so important. I mean, she would darken certain letters and blacken and separate and underline and italicize and put in bold print and spread out. And then she would reduce it down just to the size of my back pocket so it would slide right in and right out. Then she would laminate it so if I sweat or the rain came down, it wouldn't mess it up. So that when I was on the sideline coaching against Florida or coaching against Alabama and I pulled out that game plan, it would be perfect. In those 25 seconds, I could make the best possible play. And when we beat Alabama, and I'd come to that office on a Monday, you could see it in her eyes. She thought she had done the thing that caused us to win the game. And don't you think I didn't give her a hug and tell her how much I appreciated what she had done. Did you want this year to be your perfect season? You want to have a successful business. Don't worry about that leading salesperson. Don't worry about that most dynamic member of your staff. You make sure that second teamer, that down the liner, that backup, that left guard on your kickoff return team knows you care about them. Make sure that person believes that what they're doing is special. That person will make you successful. You don't even know which one it is. You don't even know which one it is. That person will make you successful. Schemes are great. Plans are great. But it all comes down to highly motivated people who have a great attitude.